धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। मानव को दे सुख साधन, मानव को दे सुख साधन, दुनिया में रोशन नाम करे। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। कभी सोच कर देखा है कि अपने पूर्वज कैसे थे।
निर्जन बंद गुफाओं में जो हरदम छुप कर रहते थे।
वे ही पहले खोजी थे या यूं कहिए जादूगर थे, जिन्होंने सबसे पहले आग जलाई चकमक पत्थर से। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे।
क्रांति घट गई दुनिया में जब हुआ पहिए का आविष्कार।
वाहन बनने लगे अनोखे, यात्रा ने पकड़ी रफ्तार।
धातु खोजी गई तो बनने लगे धातुओं के औजार।
बर्तन वाहन घर दरवाजे और धातुओं के हथियार। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। उसी समय से अपनी इस दुनिया की चाल बदलती है।
We need other 3 PVC pipes. So keep the 3 PVC pipes and cut them into 30 centimeters. Now keep one PVC pipe aside and take the 2 PVC pipes and cut them into a capital U shape so that you can get the half square frame with the PVC pipes. Now let us go to the main circuit. In this main circuit, the materials are buzzer, transistor, switch, buzzer, sensor, 100K resistor and wires. So you should connect battery negative wire to the third terminal of BC547 transistor, then 100K resistor to the first and second terminal of BC547 transistor, then buzzer negative to the third terminal. Now buzzer positive and battery positive to the switch, then sensor positive to the second terminal and negative to the third terminal. Now we are showing the model. So let us see how it works. So once you on the laser, it starts sounding. Once the laser starts falling on the sensor, it stops sounding. Today our project is
Micro-irrigation. Micro-irrigation is also known as micro-spray, localized, low volume, low flow, or trickle irrigation. It's an irrigation method with low water pressure on floor and a traditional sprinkler system. Low volume irrigation is used in agriculture for low crops, orchards and vineyards. It is also used in horticulture for wholesale nurseries, in landscaping for civic, commercial and practice of ecology and remediation. Micro-irrigation also conserves water as they use pipes or underground tubes.
The market of the drip irrigation is $5.2 billion and in 2022. In 2027 it might increase up to 9.2 billion. The drip irrigation advantages are a water saving solution, reducing pest problems and diseases, using low power pumps, good adaptation to the different surface of soils, and the disadvantages are pipe blockages, need regular maintenance.
It saves time, money, water because the system is so efficient and decreases labor. Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. This is Brindan of grade 8 and he is my friend Chetan. Before going to the topic, let me wish a happy science day. Now, let me tell a small topic about magnet. Magnet which has two poles, north and south, or positive or negative. North to south will attract, but north to north will or south to south will repel. On that basis, we prepared a board, electromagnetic board. Now my friend will tell its uses.
The use of this boat is we can run it without petrol or diesel and it will not pollute the ocean and the air. It can be used in emergency times because we can keep a copper rod on the magnet and we can consume the electricity of lightning and thunderstorms and charge the battery in case of emergency.
Now you can see I am placing the north magnet to north. On the you can see that it is moving.
Good morning, Trellis. This is Amina from 8th grade Trellis School. Today I am here to explain about the human evolution. The first human-like primates were found in Eastern Africa thousands of years ago. Few of them stayed in Africa, but few of them migrated to other parts of the country. So let's see the stages of human. Ramapithecus. They were discovered in 1930s, and if they were not found, the human species wouldn't be there. Australopithecus. They were nicknamed as Lucy's species, and they lived in Eastern Africa. They were dated between 3.95 million years. Homo habilis. They lived from 2.4 million years. They were different from Australopithecus because they were having a light cranial bones and high cranial capacity. They were the first hominids to use tools for hunting. Homo erectus. They were dated between 1.7 million to 1.8 million years ago. They were the first hominid to migrate to other places and they used fire. They had large body and a high cranial capacity. Because of the brain size developed, they probably developed the language too. Their cranial capacity was 1000. Basically, the cranial capacity means the size of brain and IQ level. Homo neanderthalensis. About 200,000 years ago and 3,000 years ago they were formed. They existed at the same time as Homo sapiens and they had slightly lower forehead. And their cranial capacity was 16,000. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Nagar. I am from 6th grade from Trellis School. Today my topic is first aid. First aid is a thing that we use for an injured person before taking them to a doctor. I will tell you few things that we use at home, like
medicines, Dettol, and ORS. And today I am going to tell you about basic life support. It is also known as Doctor's ABC Action Plan. I'll explain in detail. The meaning of D is check for danger. Check for danger. Make sure it is good for you. And the meaning of R is check for response. Like you need to touch and talk technique for the response. The meaning of S is call 000 for help. Shout or send someone to call 000. The meaning of A is open the airway. Use head up and chin lift technique to open the airway. The meaning of B is check for breathing. Look and listen. If he is not breathing, start the CPR. The meaning of C is start CPR. Give 30 chest compressions followed by 2 rescue beats. Fire from grade 6 Hipika.
So, good morning, Trellis. I'm Fire. So today I will tell you about first aid kit for burns. In case of burns, we should undergo the wound with normal water. Do not use ice water or ice packs. It may cause an infection in your body. Then we should apply. Then we should apply clean film to reduce pain. Then do not burst in pressure. Call get checkup and get checkup. So now I will tell you about nose bleeding. So in case of nose bleeding, we should let the patient sit straight, tilt head, and not backward, forward. And let the patient pinch his soft point of the nose. The patient should breathe through the mouth, and we should apply ice pack, and we should check if the nose bleeding happens during sleep after 10 minutes. Then we should apply saline-based gel inside nostrils to reduce the nose bleeding. We should not allow the patient rub his neck or sneeze, and we should let the patient urinate and sleep for some times. We should not let the patient bend or lift or strain his body, and even we should not give the Medicaid containing aspirin and ibuprofen. Common causes for nose bleeding are dry air, allergies, infection, and high blood pressure. Thank you. Now Shubhamanga's sister will explain.
Good morning, Trellis. First of all, a very happy National Science Day. Today I am going to tell you about 3 kinds of first aids, and that is the first one is CPR, second one is first aid for choking, and the third one is first aid for broken bones. So now let's see how to perform CPR. CPR will be basically performed on a person whose heartbeat is stopped or whose breathing is not normal. So the first thing we have to do in this situation is to communicate with the person and ask what happened, get up in this way. So if the person is not responding to us, then we have to check for the person's breathing and heartbeat in this way. If they are not normal, then we should commence CPR. So the first step in the CPR is giving 30 chest compressions. For that 30 chest compressions, we have to place one arm here, right here, at the center of the chest cavity, and with the another arm we have to secure it in this way. We have to make sure that these fingers are not touching the chest cavity. Only these fingers which are folded inward are touching the chest cavity. So these 30 chest compressions, what we will be giving to the person should go 2 inches deeper into the chest cavity. We have to remember that. And they also should be fast as well as hard. So in this way. So here I have done it in a normal way, but we can further do it in the hard way. And after that 30 chest compressions, we have to go for 2 rescue breaths. So these 2 rescue breaths will be basically given in order to bring the compressed chest cavity upwards. Because due to compressions, the chest cavity will be wet inwards. So in order to bring it upward, we will be giving these 2 rescue breaths. So right after giving 2 rescue breaths, we have to check whether the person is conscious or not. If the person is not in conscious stage, we have to take him to the medical care. And that is all about CPR. And now let's know the first type of broken bones. Firstly, in the case of broken bones first type, we have to check whether the person is bleeding or not, means the fractured area is bleeding or not. If the person means the fractured area is bleeding, then we have to clean it up and make the place tight. If it is not bleeding, then we can go for the next step. And the next step we have to do is to wrap an ice pack with a cloth and put it ready. Means we have to put it aside. And after that, we have to take a cloth piece and tie up the sleeve. So whatever we tie with cloth is known as sleeve, and whatever we tie with cloth along with some surface balance is known as splint. So in this way we have to tie this, and we have to make sure that the fractured area is not at all moving. If it is moved, the injury gets complicated. So in this way we should tie this. We should check. So after tying up the sling, we have to take him to the medical help. And the next one is, let's see how to tie this sling. So this sling will be tied up if the injury is happened, so the fracture is happened near the elbow joint. So if the injury is at wrist, then we have to put this surface balance over there. We can use cardboard, pillow, anything instead of newspaper, but in this case I'm using newspaper, and we can also use newspaper if you want it. And by keeping this one as a balance, we have to tie, and this is known as split. After doing, means this is the basic first aid we will be doing, and after doing this basic first aid we can take them to the medical. And this is all about first aid for broken bone. Now let's see first aid for choking. So I'm going to demonstrate on this girl, and let's know what is choking. A person chokes whenever he eats something and that food particle goes into his throat or her throat and blocks his airway completely or partially. So now let's see how to bring that food particle outside. So let's assume this girl as the choking person, and the first thing we have to do is to go to the person and communicate with them. Like, are you choking? If the person is not able to respond to our words, then we have to go for the next step. That is, we have to encourage the person to cough more. Because due to coughing, the thing what got stuck in their throat may come out. Like coughing. So after encouraging them to cough, we have to see that whether the thing is out or not. If the thing haven't come out, then we have to go for the next step, and that is we have to bend the person, and right between the shoulder blades we have to give 5 back blows, and those should be hard as well as fast. But here I am doing it in a gentle manner. We can do it more hard in the real situation. So we have to check whether the thing is out or not. The thing haven't come out yet, then we have to go for the next step. And the next step is we have to surround the person from the back, and with the one arm we have to put this one arm right below the diaphragm and above is at the starting point of the abdominal cavity. Diaphragm is the part of the body which divides the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. So we have to place this arm below the diaphragm and at the starting point of the abdominal cavity, right here. And with this arm we have to make a fist, and we have to secure a fist with another arm and start giving 5 upward abdominal thrusts. And they should be hard and stiff enough and also fast. Right after giving 5 upward abdominal thrusts, we have to bend the person and see whether the thing is out or not. Mostly for all these steps, the thing will be coming out. If in case it is not coming out, then we have to go for the medical help. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Super, excellent, outstanding.
Super. Outstanding demonstration. I am very happy by seeing this one. Good.
Good morning, Trellis. This is Raj from Reddit. First of all, a happy National Science Day. Today I am here to explain you about Shushruta. Shushruta Samhita is the first person to start the surgery belongs to nose and plastic surgeries. He remained preserved for many centuries exclusively in the Sanskrit language. Around 8th century AD, the Shushruta Samhita was translated into Arabic as Kitab Shash at Hindi and Kitab at Surat. The complete English translation was done by Bhagraj Kunja Lal Vishwaratna in the early 19th century in Calcutta. He is believed as the person who started the plastic surgery. This book documented the etiology of more than 1,100 diseases, the use of hundreds of medicinal plants, and the instructions for performing those of surgeries. He used to preserve the body in the water so that when it decomposes, he used to peel off the skin and he used to take off the organs to study its structure. This is the picture of and this is the picture of surgeries, and this is the picture of nose surgery, plastic surgery, and this is the picture of reconstruction of nose. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Trellis. Welcome to the Trellis Science Expo. My name is Lakshita, and today I am going to explain you about how rocket travels in space, types of orbits and satellites. How rockets work. Rockets move forward when gas is expelled from the rear of the rocket pushes it in the opposite direction. Basic law of physics. For every force or action, there is an equal and opposite force or reaction. In a rocket, fuel is burned to make a hot gas. Multi-stage rockets. First, rockets were developed by the Chinese in the year 1000. They used gunpowder for fuel. Gunpowder burned quickly, so there was not enough to get the rocket out of the atmosphere. Gunpowder is extremely explosive. Robert H. Goddard was an American scientist in the 1920s. He experimented with fuel and found a liquid fuel that provided continuous power. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky was a Russian scientist who developed a rocket that breaks apart as fuel is used. These are the three stages of rockets. The first stage provides thrust for launch, and the first stage separates, and the second stage ignites, and the second stage separates, and the third stage ignites, and the third stage separates, and the spacecraft continues into the space. To continue. Saturn is a mission that orbits a planet or star. For example, Earth is a satellite because it orbits the Sun. Likewise, the Moon is a satellite because it orbits Earth. Usually, the word satellite refers to a mission that is launched into space, moves around Earth or another body in space. Characteristics of orbit are apogee, farthest point on the orbit of a satellite from Earth, perigee, nearest point on the orbit of a satellite from Earth. Inclination, it is determined by the angle it makes with the equator. I request necessary to continue.
I am going to explain that how satellites work. First of all, we will know the definition of a satellite. A satellite is an object that revolves in a curved path around a planet. We have two types of satellites. One is natural and one is artificial. And this is the natural satellite and this is the artificial satellite. For Earth, the moon is the natural satellite and we have so many artificial satellites. As we discussed, the natural satellite is moon and it is the artificial satellite. A natural satellite is a celestial body in space that orbits around a larger body. Satellites that are made by people and launched into space called artificial satellites. Launching an artificial satellites. Launching an artificial satellites into the orbit requires two steps. First one, the satellite has to be taken to the desired altitude and then it has to be pushed off at the right velocity to begin and maintain its orbit. To launch a satellite into orbit around the Earth, a launch vehicle is needed, which is named as rocket or space shuttle. A launch vehicle travels straight up for only first few seconds to its flight. A satellite launch vehicle is a multi-stage rocket. It also contains other several booster rockets. Booster rockets will give the rockets its initial thrust during the launch and carry the vehicle throughout the take. As the fuel in the boosters is used up, the rockets falls off and the other boosters take off. Each time the booster is dropped, the vehicle becomes lighter so it can travel faster. When it finally reaches to the proper altitude, it releases the satellite into the orbit, as we can see here. Now the Roshik of grade 9 will continue.
Satellite repeater. The antenna can simply be pointed at the satellite and remains in a fixed position. With this arrangement, continuous communications are possible. Approximately 40% of Earth's surface can be accessed from such a satellite. Types of artificial satellites. Satellites have a variety of uses, including communication relay, weather forecasting, navigation, broadcasting, scientific research, and Earth observation. Satellite architecture and organization. First, the ground equipment transmits the signals to the satellite. The satellite amplifies the incoming signals and changes the frequency. The signals are transmitted back to the Earth. The ground equipment receives the signals. Block diagram. Now, Harshasri of 9th grade will explain the block diagram of the satellite.
And this is the block diagram of a satellite. And these are the solar panels. And it was connected to power subsystems. And the power subsystems are connected to communication subsystems. And these satellites are interlinked with each other.
The major subsystems of the satellite are solar panel, communication subsystem, telemetry tracking and command subsystem, altitude control subsystem. They charge the solar panels, they charge the batteries and supply the electric power to the spacecraft. Communication subsystem. This is a set of transponders which receive the uplink signal and transmit them to the Earth. Telemetry tracking and command subsystem. It monitors onboard conditions such as temperature and battery voltage and transmit them to the ground station for analysis. Altitude control subsystem. It provides stabilization in the orbit and senses the changes in orientation. Propulsion subsystem. The jet thrusters and Apache kick motor are part of propulsion subsystem and are commanded from the ground. Ground station. The ground station or Earth station is a terrestrial base of the system. The ground station communicates with the satellite to carry out the designated mission. The Earth station consists of 5 major subsystems: the antenna subsystem, receive subsystem, transmit subsystem, ground control equipment subsystem, power subsystem. The applications are weather forecasting, television, radio, GPS, internet and security. Now Lakshita of grade 7 will explain the advantages and disadvantages of the satellite.
Advantages of satellite over terrestrial communication. The coverage area of a satellite greatly exceeds that of a terrestrial system. Transmission cost of a satellite is independent of the distance from the center of the coverage area. Satellite to satellite communication is very precise. Higher bandwidth are available for use. Disadvantages. Launching satellites into orbit is costly. Satellite bandwidth is gradually becoming used up. There is a larger propagation delay in satellite communication than in terrestrial. Major problems for satellites are positioning in orbit, stability, power, communication and harsh environment.
would like to call Ashishi of grade 9 to continue.
He is the Yuri Gagarin. He is the first person in space. He orbited Earth on April 12, 1961. He is the Rakesh Sharma, India's first man in space. He joined NDA as Air Force cadet in 1966. In 1970, commissioned into the IAF as the pilot. In 1984, became the first Indian to travel into space as a part of joint effort between ISRO and the Soviet Union. One day, PM Indira Gandhi asked him how India looked from outer space. He answered that Sare Jahan se acha. Conclusion. Satellites remain the best utilization for the communication due to their speed and other advantages mentioned in this presentation. Thank you. This is the solar system, and the solar system consisting of 8 planets, and this is the Sun, this is the Mercury, this is the Venus, this is the Earth, and the Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, and Neptune. Jupiter is the first largest planet in the solar system, and followed by the Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. My name is Nagar. I am studying in 6th grade at school.
Today our project is clean environment and damaged environment.
What is environment? Environment is a place where humans as well as plants and animals live. Keeping it clean and neat, it is our responsibility. It is necessary to keep our environment clean because we get fresh air and reduce pollution, etc. Water pollution and litter are considered to be main causes of environment being dirty. A clean and healthy environment has safe food and proper water supply, waste disposal, get fresh air, no pests such as flies, cockroaches and mosquitoes. Maintaining a clean environment helps us to development of children. A clean and healthy environment is essential for the extension of all living beings. People should promote some laws to reduce environmental pollution. Electronic media is one of the excellent source to spread the awareness of the environment. Government should make policies to minimize the effect of the environment.
The impact of ecosystem destruction are as follows: raising of sea level due to the melting of glaciers and global warming, destruction of food chain when apex predators become extinct, air pollution. One of the biggest outdoor problems is air pollution. Data from the World Health Organization and WHO shows that 4.2 to 7 million people die due to the air pollution, and 9 out of 10 people breathe air containing high levels of air pollution. Environmental problems. Environmental issues are not a matter concern these days. With raising awareness, some of them have more conscience about the environment. Environmental issues are not a matter concern the highest government standing rules. Here, air pollution is cold and animals are dying.
Hi, I am Nirna. She is my partner Nishika. What is digestion? Digestion is the process by which complex food is converted into simple molecules with the help of enzymes known as digestion. The parts are involved in digestion are mouth, esophagus, liver, stomach, gallbladder, small intestine, pancreas, large intestine, rectum and anus. Mouth. Oral hygiene, cleaning the teeth and the oral cavity of the patient. It includes the modalities of prevent the spread of diseases from the mouth and increase as peristalsis. Stomach. It is J-shaped muscular sac and has inner fluids like rugae, increasing surface area of the stomach. Its functions are: stomach performs mechanical digestion. By how means? By touching the bolus and mixing it with the gastric juices spread.
Gallbladder is a P-shaped reverse sphere of bile situated in a fossa on the inferior surface of the right lobe of the liver.
Hi, my name is Risha. Today our project name is DNA model. Now my friend Mohin will explain what is DNA model.
Deoxyribonucleic acid is a polymer composed of two polynucleotide chains that coil around each other to form a double helix.
The polymer carries a genetic instructions for the development, functioning, growth and reproduction of all known organisms and many viruses. DNA and ribonucleic acid are nucleic acids. My friend Rishan will explain how many types of DNA models.
There are three models of DNA model. The organism of a DNA semi-conservative, preserve or three models of DNA model.
Hi, my name is Gautam. Today my project is earthquake alarm. What is meant by earthquake? The earthquake is the sudden shaking of a rock begins. An earthquake may occur in any time. This is the model that it is worked. This is the model that is came sound. The alarm can help us to protect to ourselves from the earth and itself.
Hi, I am Vaishnavi.
Hi, I am Sneha.
Today our project is acid rain. What is acid rain? Acid rain or acid emotion is a water that includes any form of solution, any acidic components such as nitrogen or acid to fall to the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry form. This can include rain, snow, fog, hail or even dust that is acid. Coming to the causes of acid rain.
Acid rain is formed by volcanic eruptions and mostly because of human beings, because it causes factories, buildings and many things. Because we cause acid rain. What are the examples of points of acid rain? Volcanic emissions, factories, lightning and many things. Then we come into the how to prevent acid rain.
How to prevent acid rain? The use of fossil fuels to produce energy. The use of fossil fuels releases chemicals into the air and create acid rain. Things like solar power and wind power are renewable, do not release pollutants and are just as useful as fossil fuels. Even if just a little listening, the use of fossil fuels will decide the amount of solute to be added to the solvent, water and Tell people about acid rain and how we can help prevent it. Even a little bit of awareness can go a long way. Research acid rain, how you can help prevent these issues. Coming to the
Prevention. A great way to reduce the acid rain is without using fossil fuels. Instead of fossil fuels, we can use solar energy and wind power. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sumedha. I am studying in 6th grade from Trellis.
My name is Shubha, studying in 6th grade Trellis.
Today our science project is lightning conductor. What is lightning conductor? Lightning conductor is a metal rod placed on a building to protect the building from being damaged. It will be protect the buildings and
What will happen connect the next?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Darshan. He's my partner with me.
So today our project is about water distillation. So my friend will tell about the process of water distillation. Now we are going to explain how this bulb works. As if you can see in this bulb, the dirty water is there. If we will heat the water will evaporate and the water will come here in the bottle and due to the presence of cool water, the water will condensate and form into purified water and come from here into a glass as a purified water. Thank you.
Distillation is the process of separation of a liquid from its solid constituent by heating the liquid and to its vapor form and then cooling back the liquid to a pure liquid.
Hi everyone, this is Likith and he is my partner Jatin. Today our project name is hydroponic farming. Hydroponic farming. When we on the switch, the water will go up in this. So when the water came here, the plants will grow. This water came into this will come into this box. So here plants also will grow. Now it will come to this again when the water will go like this. So it will come here. So it is recycling of water. So no water will be waste. So we can conserve water and we can conserve water. This is called hydroponic farm. Now the main thing to grow the plants is soil, water, sunlight. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sumedha. I am studying in 6th grade from Trellis School.
Hi, my name is Juha, studying in 6th grade in Trellis School.
Today our science project is lightning conductor. What is lightning conductor? Lightning conductor is a metal rod placed on a building being damaged below the ground. I will tell. We will show how it will be working. A metal rod is placed on a building and connected with the ground below to protect the building from being damaged by lightning. A lightning conductor, as the name suggests, conducts the electric charge which hits the building through it, hence does not allow the charge to pass through the building material. The conducting rod is made up of a good conducting metal which passes through the building in a relative associated manner with such that does not touch other conducting material in the structure. The lightning conductor is extended till the ground where a plate of conducting material is placed underground. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kumana. I am studying 6th grade in Trellis School.
Hi, my name is Sudhir. I am studying in 6th grade in Trellis School. Today our point is water alarm etiquette. This is our water alarm. Then we will explain how does a water alarm work.
How do water sensors work? The water sensors detect the presence of water when placed in locations. Where water should not be present. A leak means when Wi-Fi is enabled, the sensors will send notification to the homeowner through a smartphone app. Now, with this will tell advantages and disadvantages.
Advantages of water alarm. There are many benefits of water level indicators and water alarms including easy installation, minimal maintenance, send an alert to let you know water is too high or too low. Water and low and high alarms, compact design, automatically adjust water levels, save money by using less electricity and water. Disadvantages of water level indicators and floor switches. Water level controls need to be replaced every 3 years. The rest foul and deteriorate. Electronics are usually built separately.
Thank you, Boo.
Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. This is Rishta from grade 6A.
And this is from grade 6A.
We are presenting science project called Base Multi-Model of Turbine.
Uses of turbine. Turbines are used in wind power, hydropower in heat engines and for propulsion. Turbines are extremely important because of the fact that nearly all energy is produced.
How does turbine work? Turbine catches the wind with their proper blades which used aeroplane wings also, and a pocket of low pressure air. Turbine catches the wind energy with their proper blades which act like aeroplane wings. When the wind blows, a pocket of low pressure air one side of the blade. You can see.
Principle of turbine. Turbine is a rotary mechanical device that extracts the potential energy and the kinetic energy of fluids and converts it into mechanical energy.
Purpose of turbine. A turbine is a rotary that transmits power and motion of the power electricity.
Job of a turbine. Turbines are large mechanical devices that convert wind into electricity. The turbine is converted into three major parts. The turbine is made up of three major parts: the tower, three Thank you. My name is Ananya and my name is Anantapur. Today we are going to explain about the agricultural crops in India. First we let you know about the bajra. Bajra is the cash crop of Rajasthan. You can see the bajra. Bajra is used for dosa and etc. Bajra is exported to United Arab and United States. The next crop is wheat. The wheat is the cash crop of Rajasthan. The wheat is used for the white bread, pasta and etc. The wheat is exported to the Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka. The next crop is jowar. Jowar is the cash crop of Maharashtra. You can see the jowar. Jowar is used to make rotis, chilos and dosa etc. Crop is the tea powder. Tea powder is the cash crop of the Assam. The tea powder is used to make the tea. The tea powder is exported to Russia, Iran and USA. USA means United States of America. The next crop is groundnut. The groundnut is the cash crop of Gujarat. Groundnut, as you all know, the groundnut is used to make cooking oil and etc. Groundnut is exported from India to Malaysia and Vietnam. Sunflower seeds are the cash crop of the Karnataka. Sunflower seeds are used for the cooking oil, and the sunflower seeds are exported to the United States of America and Singapore and Nepal. The next cotton is the cash crop of Odisha, and cotton is used to make t-shirts, socks, towels, bookbinding and cotton paper, etc. Cotton is exported from India to Bangladesh, China and Vietnam. The next crop is the cashew. Cashew is the cash crop of the Tamil Nadu. Cashew is used to make sweets. The cashew is exported to USE and UN and Nepal. Next crop is rice. Rice is the cash crop of West Bengal. Rice is used to make sushi, colored rices and Japanese foods, etc. Rice is exported to Thailand, India, Pakistan and Vietnam. India is rich in minerals and the food crops. My name is K. Devesh. My name is K. Freddy. Today we are going to talk about the human heart. The human heart is a muscular organ which is located in the center of our chest. The heart is made to have four chambers. They are right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. The main purpose of the heart is to pump blood to all the parts of our body. In our heart, red color indicates pure blood, blue color indicates impure blood. Now let's discuss about how the heart works. First, the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava collect the impure blood from all the parts in our body and then they pump it to the right atrium. The right atrium will then pump it to the right ventricle. From here it will go to the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery is the one in charge of sending this impure blood for purification in the lungs. After purification, the pulmonary veins receives the blood from the lungs and sends it to left atrium. The left atrium sends it to left ventricle. The left ventricle will send it to aorta. Aorta is the main artery which is responsible for sending pure blood to all parts of the body. Thank you. Now let's discuss about tips that make our health healthy. The first tip is no stress, be active. Healthy diet. Control cholesterol, maintain blood pressure, good sleep, maintain sugar levels, walking and exercise, stop smoking. Thank you. This means that the heart is one of the most important organ in our body. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and Samuel. From my grade 5 window. My name is Kumleshwar. Today we are going to tell about scientist Galileo Galilei. Galileo was born in February 1564. These are Dutch Florence. He was educated at University of Pisa. He is known for analytical dynamics, heliocentrism, kinematics, observational astronomy. His scientific career is astronomy, physics, engineering, ancient philosophy, mathematics.
Good morning, Trellis.
My name is Siddhi.
My name is Pignanika.
My name is Siddhi.
Today our topic is digestive system. This is esophagus.
This is liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine, appendix, rectum, and anus. Now, esophagus. Esophagus is a part of our digestive system. It helps us to food to pass into stomach. Liver. The liver is the body's typical factor. It controls most of the chemical levels in the blood. The liver helps break down fats. The stomach is present between the esophagus and the large intestine. The stomach receives food from the esophagus. The stomach digested the food and passed to the small intestine. Gallbladder. The gallbladder is pear-shaped organ, 9 centimeters in length. Bile secreted from liver stored in gallbladder. Gallbladder stores 3 ml of bile. Pancreas is an organ located in the abdomen. It plays an essential role in converting the food we eat into fuel for the body's cells. During digestion, pancreas which break down sugar, fats, starches. Large intestine. The large intestine included the colon, rectum, and the anus. The function of the large intestine is resorption of water, electrolytes, and vitamins. They remain in the digested food. The small intestine. The small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. It is the site of complete digestion in human. It observes digest of complete. The appendix is a worm-shaped tube attached to the large intestine. It is a vestigial organ. The function of the appendix is unknown. The rectum and anus. Rectum acts as a temporary strong site for feces. The anus is final portion of the soul is evacuated first to the anus. Thank you.
My name is Asista. My name is Lisa. Today we are going to explaining about flower parts. Let us know about the parts. This is ovary, and these are the sepals, and this is the reticule, and this is stigma, and this is the spine. These are the petals, anther, and filament. Let us know about these parts. First, we are going to know about ovary. Now we are going to know about anther and filament. Anther contains the pollen grains. These two form a male part called stamen. In this case, we have 6 of them. Now let us know about sepals.
Sepals. There are 2 types of sepals. Sepals and episepals. Sepals protect the flower in the.
Now we are going to know about receptacle. Receptacle is a flower stalk where the flower parts are attached. Now we are going to know about stigma and style. Stigma is a landing place for the pollens and our entrance for the female parts. Now we are going to know about style. Style is a place which connects the stigma and ovary. Now let us know about this. This is the anther. In the anther we can see the pollen grains. These are the pollen grains. And this is the pollen sacs. This is the anther, and the downer part is called as filament. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us.
My name is Dashi.
My name is Srijani.
We are studying 5th grade in Trellis school. Today our topic is the brain. So we can see this is the brain model. The nervous system is contained of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. The brain is mainly having 3 parts. They are cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. An adult human brain weight contains 1.4 kg. It is protected by hard body skull. Let's go to cerebrum.
Cerebrum is the largest part of our brain. It helps us to read, remind, and revise. It is center of intelligence.
Below the cerebrum, it is cerebellum. It coordinates the action of the muscles and make it work together. And also it protects it. It helps us to balance our body.
Let's go to medulla. This is called medulla. Medulla connects the brain to the spinal cord. It helps us to medulla helps us to remember that medulla is thank you.
My name is Vinita Nagar. My name is Ashwin. We are studying in 5th grade A2 section in Trellis school. Our topic is the eyes. 6 parts. They are iris, pupil, retina, optica, cornea, and lens. This yellow color part is known as retina. This nerve is known as optica. This blue color part is known as cornea. This is known as iris. This is known as pupil, and this is known as lens. Now, this is iris. This nerve is known as an optic nerve. This is retina. This light blue color part is known as cornea. This is known as lens. Back side of the lens is pupil. Thank you. Good morning, brothers. Our project is radium. Radium in form of radiochloride was discovered by Mary and Pierre Curie in 1898 from ore mine at radium. Pure radium is silvery white, but it readily reacts with nitrogen. These self-adhesive radiance figures must observe light first before glowing at night. It can be in different colors such as blue, red, green, and yellow. It is long-lived and its half-life is more than 1,600 years. The radium stickers are used to show roads and traffic signs at night. Radium was popular additive toothpaste. Thank you.
Charanpreet of grade 7A1. So today my theme room topic is aeroplanes in epics. Mr. G. R. Joycer, former director of International Academy in Mysore Sanskrit Research, they claimed that some thousands of manuscripts which written by ancient rishis 1,000 years ago. In that one manuscript deals with construction of aeroplanes that the flights will not break, that cannot catch fire and that cannot be destroyed, and making them invisible, takeoffing without sound and destroying the enemy planes without giving the hints and acting like a spy. So next one, India did not took serious that manuscripts, but they took serious. They reacted when the Chinese announced that they were studying about this space for their rockets, and the Nazis and the Hitler were great interested in ancient Indian rockets. NASA Dragon spacecraft, which was looking like this. It was before 1,000 years ago. Now the NASA made this. It gives the pollution and it makes more noise. But the ancient one is which will not make any disturbance and it goes silently. And this is a launching station which was used in early years. Thank you.
Good morning to all. Welcome to Trellis Science Expo. This is Gunesh. Today I am going to explain about anomalous expansion of water. Let me ask you some questions. You know bursting of pipelines in winter? Or do you know damaging of fruits and vegetables in winter and frostbite in winter? These all are causes of anomalous expansion of water. How the fishes are in frozen areas because of there is a certain temperature at that town, which is also a cause of anomalous expansion of water. And the bursting of pipeline, it is because of the more volume of ice in cold areas. Because of that, pipelines will burst. And the frostbite, it will causes for skins and more in winter, and the damaging of fruits and vegetables in winter. It is known as anomalous expansion of water. Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. This is Shilpa from Grade 8 Trellis School. He is my friend. His name is Ravin Kumar from Grade 8 Trellis School. Today we are celebrating Science Fair. Today our project is Russia battery.
Now I am going to explain the process of Anantapur. First, take an earthen pot. Keep some sawdust in it. After that, keep one copper plate. After that, pour some copper sulfate. Add some sawdust. Finally, keep one zinc plate. After that, connect positive wire to the copper sulfate and negative wire to the zinc plate. You can see we connected the wire here, and this is the galvanized electric meter, which will tell us how much electricity is producing. We are connecting the positive wire, and you can see here it is moving because the pot is creating the electricity. This was made by Agastya Roshi in 20th century with the help of his friend Damodar Roshi, who is the great scientist in the Asian fact. They thought that it was something made by God, and they will be doing rituals like keeping animal balls around it and dancing. After a few centuries, Galvani, who is the second inventor of battery, get to know that it is not the God thing, it is just a science. Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. My name is Gokusai. I am doing 8th grade.
My name is Priyashi from grade 8 in Trellis School. Today, our aim is to test for starch and protein. Major nutrients are starch and protein. Today, we are going to first test iodine. Iodine it seems. Take 2 drops of iodine. Pour it on potato. It changes into black. If it changes into black, it have more starch contains. If it did not change into black color, it don't have starch. Rice. Starch test on rice. It also changes into black color very quickly. It also have more starch. This egg. Protein test. Protein test on egg. 2 drops of copper sulfate and 2 drops of sodium hydroxide. It will change into blue black color. It have more protein. And on protein test on milk. It also changes into violet color. It have more protein. This is the biscuit. It takes more time to change into violet color because it have less protein. Thank you.
Good morning, Trellis. My name is Sharma and I am studying 6th grade in the Trellis. Today, I am going to explain about the mysterious pinhole camera at Hamburg. How efficient and are our ancestors and skillful that they developed pinhole camera 1,000 years ago. At Hampi Vipureshwara Swami temple, there is a cave, and from that cave there is a small hole so that we can see the Gopuram of the Virupaksha temple. So, the Gopuram of the Virupaksha temple falls inverted inside the cave. The shadow will be inverted in the cave. Now, I will explain about the mysterious Lepakshi hanging pillar. This Lepakshi hanging pillar, it is about Vijayanagaran Empire. This temple was built by the sage called Agastya. The deities of this temple are Ganesh, Nandi, Shiva and Lakshmi and Vishnu and Bhadrakali. So, now we have a question that why this pillar hangs. Some engineers tried to move it so that if we move the pillar, it would change the direction of the temple. So, some as per the Puranas, that they would believe that the world would get destroyed if we move the pillar. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Kuban, studying 6th grade in the Trellis School. So today I am going to represent my project. So my project name is the scattering of the light. So everyone has a doubt, what is the meaning of scattering of the light? Think, this is a particle and there is a light. Whenever I switch on it, have you seen from this particle, it will be showing into different ways. means that light is going to show into different ways. For example, like a sun ray. So, now I'm going to show, before starting my experiment, I switched on the laser light on the wall. So, I have seen only dot in the wall, but have you seen the path of the light? No, we haven't seen. So, by this experiment, we are going to know in which solution we are able to see the path of the light, in which solution we are not able to see the path of the light. So let's start. When I switched on the light, okay, have you seen, in this we are able to see the path of the light, but not hold the beaker. In this path we are able to see the whole beaker and we can see the color of it. So why? The question raises why we are not able to see. Because in this beaker, I have kept normal water, and also the particles are very smaller in size, and whenever this light enters into this beaker, it is not affecting on them. So that is why we are not able to see it. So coming to the next beaker, when you see it is showing the path of the light inside, and also we can see the color. Why? Because the particles are very bigger in size, and also whenever it enters in this particle, it will be showing in different ways. So that is known as the scattering light. So that is why we are able to see with our eyes this light. So the scattering light is called the Tyndall effect. So this is my experiment. Thank you.